Hi, how are you? Welcome in. We're going to be reading from the ESSENE Gospel of Peace this morning. Welcome in. Drop where you're from in the chat if you'd like. Good morning. Hello. Welcome in. We're going to be reading from the ESSENE Gospel of Peace. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and start and then discuss where we left off, which was talking about how Jesus told the servant not to be greedy, but then he mixed up all the things on the table after everybody was done and called it gluttony and fed it to him. And said, "Take heed therefore and defile not with all kinds of abominations the temple of your bodies. Be content with 2 or 3 sorts of food, which you will find always upon the table of our earthly mother." So he was telling them, do not eat of the flesh, do not kill, eat foods that are alive from the earthly mother. So fruits and vegetables, not the animal flesh, nothing dead, everything alive. And desire not to devour all things which you see around you. For I tell you truly, if you mix together all sorts of food in your body, then the peace of your body will cease. An endless war will rage you, and it will be blotted out, even as homes and kingdoms divided against themselves work their own destruction. For your God is the God of peace, and does not help division. Arouse not, therefore, against you the wrath of God, lest he drive you from his table, and lest you be compelled to go to the table of Satan, where the fire of sins, diseases, and death will corrupt your body. So it's saying, don't eat just anything that's around you. Don't desire all things around you. And I think that it's talking about eating, not just eating of the like physical, like food and through the mouth. It's talking about all fleshly. What did our options at the tables? Well, no, it was saying how after everybody had ate, how he put everything, mixed everything together and called it gluttony, and told the greedy servant, take and eat all this with the swine, for your place is with them and not at any table. So, let's see. For your God is the God of peace, and does never help division. Arouse not, therefore, against. Oh, I read that. I'm sorry. And when you eat, never eat until fullness. Flee from the temptations of Satan and listen to the voice of God's angels. For Satan and his power tempt you always to eat more and more. But live by the Spirit and resist the desires of the body. And your fasting is always pleasing in the eyes of the angels of God. So give heed to how much you have eaten when your body is sated, and always eat less by a third. Good rule. And you know, fasting, it's been talking about fat. Buddhism says all the same things, just more clearly. Don't chase desires, simple. Yeah, fleshly desires, earthly desires. And it says to eat a third. Eat less by a third. And you know, they've programmed us to eat like 3 times a day, full meals with meat and all these things that our bodies don't really need. We need to eat like one good meal. Can you hit the dog? She went away. She went away. So, can you hit the? Oh, are you? I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, let the weight of your daily food be not less than a mina. But mark that it go not beyond 2. Amina. M-I-N-A. Does anybody know what that means? Then will the angels of God serve you always. And we talked about the angels of God were the sunlight, the air, and the water, and the earth. And those are the angels of your mother's kingdom, the earthly mother. Then the angels of God will serve you always, and you will never fall into the bondage of Satan and his diseases. So, trouble not the work of the angels in your body by eating often, for I tell you truly, he who eats more than twice a day in the clay does in him the work of Satan. He who eats more than twice in the clay does in him the work of Satan. And the angels of God leave his body. Okay. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, Kelly. Thank you. Well, it talked about the clay yesterday, and it was to put the clay on your body. It was the earth, you know, like, because it talks about grounding. It talks about bathing in the sunlight, in the water. And so this, I'm wondering what that means. More than twice in the clay. I think it just means like of earthly desires and not of spiritual. He who eats more than twice in the clay does in him the work of Satan. So if you're eating of the spirit, not of the clay, I think is what it means. And the angels of God leave his body, and soon Satan will take possession of it. Eat only when the sun is highest in the heavens, and again when it is set, and you will never see disease. For such finds favor in the eyes of the Lord. And if you will, that the angels of God rejoice in your body, and that Satan shun you afar, then sit but once in the day at the table of God. Oh, maybe, yeah, Clay. And if you will, that the angels of, I'm sorry. And then your days will be long upon the earth, for this is pleasing in the eyes of the Lord. Eat always when the table of God is served before you, and eat always of that which you find upon the table of God. For I tell you truly, God knows well that your body needs, and when it needs it. From the coming of the month of Ajar, eat barley. From the month of Sivan, eat wheat. I wish I knew what those really were. The most perfect among all seed-bearing herbs. And let your daily bread be made of wheat, that the Lord may take care of your bodies. From Tammuz, eat the sour grape. I'm sure I can look this up. That's another month. KFC. No, it already talked about don't eat any of the flesh of the animals. You're not supposed to kill another animal. They are our brothers. And that your body may diminish and Satan may depart from it. In the month of Elul, gather the grape, that the juice may serve you as drink. In the month of Meshavan, gather the sweet grape, dried and sweetened by the angel of the sun, that your bodies may increase, for the angels of the Lord dwell in them. You should eat figs rich in the juice in the months of Ab and Shabbat. And what remain in the angel of sun, keep them for you. Eat them with the meats of the almonds in the months when the trees bear no fruits. And the herbs which come after the rain, eat in the months of Tebet, that your blood may be cleansed of all your sins. And in the same month begin to eat also the milk of the beast. Because this did the Lord give the herbs of the fields to all the beasts which render milk, that they might with their milk feed man. So milk is okay, but raw, I'm sure, you know, not all the additives and things that they put in our milk, because I don't drink dairy. I will drink coconut milk and almond milk because of the acid in it. It causes mucus to build up inside of you, and then it slows everything down. And like I've been talking about raising the Christ oil. If you want to raise your Christ oil, you have to have everything working and moving really smoothly. Not just your chakras, but your gut health. And so gut health is extremely important, and this talks about it a lot. And then also, you know, grounding yourself and getting out in nature. you know, putting good things in your eyes and ears. Speaking good words. I mean, all that. Okay. For I tell you truly, happy are they that eat only at the table of God, and eschew all the abominations of Satan. Eat not unclean foods brought from far countries, but eat always that which your tree bear. Okay, that's interesting. Don't eat from other countries, but eat always that your trees bear. I've had this theory for a while that what we need, like as far as medicine and herbs and stuff, grows around us. Like dandelions are good for your heart. If they grow in your yard, I suggest you look into, you know, the benefits of dandelion, and check out other things that are growing around you, because I think that Mother Nature works with us and is going to put what you need in your yard or in your area. And so that's weird that it would talk about only eating the foods that which your tree would bear. So it kind of goes along with my theory. I just have a theory for your God knows well what is needful for you and where and when. But you know, those theories come from somewhere, channeled into somebody's theory. Eat not as the heathen do. For who, oh, I'm sorry. And he gives all to all peoples of all kingdoms for food, that which is best for each. Eat not as the heathen do, who stuff themselves in haste, defiling their bodies with all manner of abominations. For the power of God's angels enters into you with the living food from the Lord God gives you from his royal table. And when you eat, have above you the angel of air, and below you the angel of water. Breathe long and deeply at all your meals, that the angel of air may bless your repast. And chew well with your food, with your teeth, that it may become water, and that the angel of water turn it into blood in your body. And eat slowly, as it were a prayer you make to the Lord. For I tell you, truly, the power of God enters into you if you eat this manner at his table. Wow, that's beautiful. So when we eat foods that are alive, not dead flesh, we eat living fruits and vegetables and do not cook them, we eat them raw, alive, then God enters us through our food, because there's angels of the water are in the food. And when we breathe in as we eat, the angels of air can go into us. And if we eat under the sunlight, then the angels of the sun can come into us. If we eat with the water beneath us, angels of water can go. It's so beautiful. I love it. That's the table I want to eat at. Okay. Where was I? And when you eat... Oh, I did that one. I'm sorry. For I tell you... Oh, no. And the Lord suffers him no long... Oh, no. And eat slowly as if it were a prayer. I'm sorry. If you eat, but Satan turns into a steaming bog the body of him upon whom the angels of air and water do not descend at his repast. And the Lord suffers him no longer at his table. For the table of the Lord is an altar, and he who eats at the table of God is in a temple. For I tell you truly, the body of the Son of Man is turned into a temple, and his inwards into an altar, if he does the commandments of God. Wherefore, put not upon the altar of the Lord when your spirit is vexed, neither think upon anyone with anger in the temple of God, and enter only into the Lord's sanctuary when you feel in yourselves the calls of his angels. For all that you eat in sorrow or in anger or without desire becomes a poison in your body. For the breath of Satan defiles are all these. It says are these, but I think it's all these. So that's interesting. So don't come to eat when you're vexed, when your spirit is vexed or if you're angered. So, oh, thank you for the follow, Lindsay. I appreciate you. And never sit. It says, place with joy your offerings upon the altar of your body, and let all evil things depart from you when you receive into your body the power of God from his table. And never sit at the table of God before you call by the angel of appetite. Before he call you by the angel of appetite. Okay, so basically, I think that what it's talking about when it's talking about eating, it's not just talking about physically eating. Obviously, it's talking about coming to God with, I think, in prayer and stuff, because it says to pray as you eat. I mean, I think it's all symbolic and it's all talking about physically. It's as above, so below. When you do these things in nature, you're going to be rewarded in the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Rejoice therefore always with God's angels at their royal table, for this is pleasing to the heart of the Lord, and your life will be long upon the earth. For the most precious of God's servants will serve you all your days, the angel of joy. And forget that not every seventh day is holy and consecrated to God. On 6. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there because I have to get to work, and that's a good stopping point. We talked about all the table and what to eat at the table of God. And if anybody has any questions, I'll take those now. And then we'll pick up where it talks about the 7th day, because it talked about fasting for 7 days, if y'all remember, on the first or second part. And if y'all want to go back and watch the whole series, go to my YouTube at Truth That Travels, and it has that same profile picture. And I have all the series up until yeah, I have even yesterday's uploaded, and I'll upload today's. And then you can catch up on, there's only 6 parts, this will be 7, about 30 minutes long, ish. So yeah, and like I said, the first day we talked about this 7-day fast. I'm actually doing a fast right now for my Christ oil, which is on Friday. If y'all don't know about the Christ oil, this is like huge. Everybody should be doing this every month. It's the fountain of youth. It replenishes your blood, detoxifies your body, like. Then also you can have enlightening experiences. I integrated with Hecate, and I think that it like unlocks your inner god or goddess. This is my experience. If you want to get to know more, you can subscribe and see the behind the scenes of me. And I've been microdosing and using plant medicine, and so that's a whole nother journey. Well, it's kind of tied together though, because I used the plant medicine when my Christ oil raised. So I think it kind of was like a catalyst for the experience I had. So if you want to get to know more about that and get the behind the scenes of me, then, you know, subscribe. And you can also just join the Discord. There's a link in my bio to join the Discord. And but if you want access to the private channels and the private content, because it's embarrassing, y'all, and I'm not going to post it on my public stuff, but you know, if y'all are really wanting to learn, if y'all are serious about the Christ oil, which I think everybody needs to get serious about it, because it's beautiful and it's the most amazing experience. And I'm going to take y'all along for the ride again this Friday, and hopefully, you know, I'm doing the same thing to prepare my body. A 6-day water fast. I've been celibate for the last 4 years, so I don't have to change anything there. I eat very clean otherwise. For the last year, I've been a pescatarian with raw, organic, vegan. And then also, I take diatomaceous earth. And this is so important. I'm going to make a video on this because it's for heavy metals and parasite cleansing. And it's super easy and cheap. And you don't have to do like a detox that like you know, destroys you, like, you know, like where you're on the toilet all day and you have to take off work for a whole day to detox. It's a slow, you know, I just put like a teaspoon in my coffee every morning, mix it up. It's all natural. You buy the food grade. Like I said, I'm going to make a video, so I'll pin it or something, with the link, so you can go to Amazon, and if you purchase through that, y'all get like a little tiny percentage or whatever. But yeah, I think that's it. So I love you guys, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning, if not later tonight. I'm not sure if I'll go on. I did a healing session last night that was really good, so I may wait till like Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday. But I love you. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you soon.